We forget what makes all sin sinful. If we think about it from that standpoint, then even the smallest transgressions would be something that I don't want to be guilty of. Just taking the sin of adultery as an example. Our Lord said that if a man looks upon a woman to lust after her, he's committed that sin in his heart already. You're getting to the very root of what is involved in every physical act of adultery. It begins in the mind, the heart. According to the Old Testament, it's coveting someone else's wife or a woman who's not your wife. That's a serious sin. But you read the book of Proverbs warning young men about sexual sin, and it's described like taking steps down to the grave. The writer of Proverbs warns about all sorts of things, how it's going to affect this man's life. So you're warned then about the sin, not just at the heart level, but if it's physically committed, all of the repercussions of that sin in one's physical life as well. And those two things are not the same. For a man to lust after a woman in his heart is great sin. It is to be rejected and cut off at that level, what goes on in our minds and in our hearts. But to say that the relational effects are exactly the same as if a man commits that sin physically, that would not be true.